So the hook is something that's very important. So the key is to get the audience's attention.
このコンテンツはバイリンガル専門職の転職を支援するタリスマンが制作しています。キャリア形成、それから英語または転職に関連するお役立ち情報を発信していますので、もしよろしければチャンネル登録をお願いいたします。What is today's topic?
Today's topic, I think, will be of great interest to our audience because we're going to be talking about presentations, which can be a real challenge in any language, but when English is not your first language, there's some extra pressure involved. So we're going to talk about some of the different aspects of presenting in English in different cultures, and also some useful phrases that you can use to make your presentations better.
Okay, yes, it's very helpful because I feel very difficult or nervous when I have an opportunity to give a presentation in front of English native speaker. So let's get started. So what's first item?
Well, the first item is starting out from the very beginning of the presentation, which is greeting the audience. Of course, it's very natural to thank the audience. So you could say something like, "Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming." And you may also start with an introduction about yourself. My name's John McGraw. I'm a business English coach for Japanese professionals and a certified intercultural trainer. Of course, that establishes who you are and gives a sense of why you would be here because you're someone who is an expert on the topic that you're going to talk about.
I see. So how about like hook?
Yeah, so the hook is something that's very important. The reason why it's the hook is because we imagine that you're hooking, grabbing a hold of your audience and drawing their attention to you. Some ways that this is done is by asking what's called a rhetorical question. That term means a question that you're asking the audience, but you're not expecting them to answer it and tell you their answers. As you know, as anyone knows, when you're asked a question, especially if you're not expecting it, it gets your attention right away and you need to focus. Your brain tells you, oh, I need to focus because I need to prepare to answer this question. So this is a good way to get them thinking. Now, of course, you're going to answer that question in your presentation. So the key is to get the audience's attention. So for example, questions like, have you ever wondered why presenting in English is so challenging? Did you know that 3 out of 4 people in the United States are afraid of public speaking? And notice, I paused after each one. Give the question a little bit of time to sink in. And of course, the important part of this is the entire time you're doing a presentation, you're probably going to be a bit nervous. It's very natural. So having those pauses in your presentation can really help you to keep calm and stay at a normal pace. So that's something to use through the entire presentation.
So it's probably very important the presenter understand who is the audience and what kind of issue they are facing or something like that.
Yes, that is very important. Not only because of the information you're going to present, but also the presentation style as well. So if you're presenting to a group of academics, you would want to probably have more facts. Whereas if you were presenting to a number of, say, salespeople, you might want to have something that's more high energy and more exciting.
I see.
So the next thing we can talk about is, of course, the topic introduction and the outline. It's very common in presentations in English where you'll give not exactly an agenda, but you outline what you're going to present. It's important so that the audience knows what to expect. But if you just start talking and don't give any outline, they may be wondering, okay, where is this going? What's the point of this? So it's always nice to give them a bit of a preview of that. Today, I'm going to show you how to speak confidently in front of an audience. Introduction of the topic there. And then move into the outline and think about it, again, similar to an agenda in a meeting. So for example, first, I'll explain why so many people are afraid of public speaking. Second, I'll talk about what science has discovered about this fear. And finally, I'll share some useful tips on how to become a better public speaker.
It's really helpful. As if I'm an audience, it's really helpful what the topic you are going to present and breaking down 1 to 3 parts. How about question? If I want to give a question to you, I can interrupt you or I can ask a question at the end.
That is a very good question, actually. And I would say it depends on the format of the presentation. And usually I would say if you're not sure, it's better to wait until the end. Many times the presenter will make it clear and say there will be time for questions at the end, or they may also say, well, if you have questions at any time, please feel free to ask. Or if it's a longer presentation, they may pause for questions. Indicate that by asking, now, does anyone have any questions at this point? So usually that's controlled by the presenter, and they'll indicate when you can ask questions. Yeah.
I can also probably say this presentation takes about 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I can give material after this presentation. Please don't worry to taking a notes or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yes. All of that kind of information you can mention at the beginning as well. And then that makes the audience more comfortable in knowing whether they have to take notes or not. So next, we're going to focus on transitions.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to smoothly guide the audience